here the circle. Okay, so remember coordinate geometry was when we did the line, we did the slope, the midpoint, the slope, the midpoint, the distance, the length of a line, the equation of a line, and we did the area of a triangle. So you have 5 formulas that apply to lines, right? Okay, you will have 2 formulas that apply to circles. Okay, and the most common mistake people make is they put down the line formula when they're asked to find the equation of a circle, right? Okay, so please make sure, right, okay, that you use the right formula. Okay, so for the first section, it's all going to be equations of circles with centre H or centre 0, 0. Right, okay, so we have the equation of a circle, right, it's got centre 0, 0. Right, so there's your circle, right, okay, it goes through the point xy, so that means you can go through any point, right, okay, the equation of that circle, girls, is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Okay, that is not in the log tables, you need to remember that. Okay, so this is one of the formulas that's not in the log tables. Okay, so the only thing you need to fill in for is you need to fill in for r. What do you think r stands for a circle? Yeah, so you fill in for r, so you never fill in for x, you never fill in for y, you fill in for r, and r is the radius. Right, okay, so for example, if I told you a circle, so examples, so I'm going to tell you the centre, and I'm going to tell you the radius, and I'm going to write down the equation. So as I say, all of these circles in this section, they all have centre 0, 0, right? The radius, we'll start with a radius of 2. What's the equation of that circle? So it's x squared plus y squared equals 2 squared, yeah? 2 squared, what's 2 squared? 4. 2 by 2, 4. There's your equation. That's it. Simple as that. Okay? If I said we have a circle with centre 0, 0 and a radius of 3, right? What's the equation? It's just x squared plus y squared. So the only thing you fill in is for r. So instead of r, I'm putting in 3. So it's 3 squared. What's 3 squared? 9. That's your answer. Okay? And I'll do one more. So if you centre 0, 0, again, they're all centre 0, 0. When we go on to another section in a while, they won't have centre 0, 0. Right, so we'll go centre 0, 0, and the radius is 5. Okay, what's the equation of the circle? X squared plus y squared equals 25. Okay, is that alright? So 5 squared equals r squared equals 5 squared. 5 squared. 5 5s are 25. It's r squared. So you put in 5 for r, so it's 5 to be squared, and 5 squared is 25. Is that okay? Right, are we good? What if I go back the other way? What if I say here's the x squared plus y squared equals 16. So I'm going backwards. Right, okay, so I'm saying here's the equation. What's the centre? is 0, 0, right? Okay, because it wouldn't be of this form if it wasn't 0, 0. We'll see further on ones that are not 0, 0, right? So 0, 0, if it's x squared plus y squared equals a number, the center is 0, 0. What's the radius? 4. What about x squared plus y squared equals 5? What's the center of that circle? 0, 0. What's the radius? What is it? 2.5. No, 2.5 squared is 6.25. It's just the square root of, you just put it as the square root of 5. Is that right? Okay, you were along the right track, but remember square root is not half, right? Okay, so if I have x squared plus y squared equals 13, what's the center? 0, 0. And what's the radius? Square root of 13. So if it's not a perfect square, you just put the square root sign over it and leave it like that. Don't turn it into a decimal, there's no need. Right? Are we good? Right? Okay. Then just a quick sketch of these circles. Okay? So if I just do, can I take that away? So if I just quick sketch of this circle, and I'm going to sketch the one up at the top, right, which has a center of 0, 0, and it's got a radius of 2. Okay, right, so sketch means I don't have to draw it accurately, but look, so I'm drawing it, so the circle, the center is 0, 0, so 0, 0. Right, remember the radius, so from here to the edge of the circle measures 2. What would this point be? It measures 2, so it's across from here to here measures 2. So what would it be? It'd be 2, 0, wouldn't it? Agreed? What would this one be? Again, it's a radius. Look from the center to the edge of the circle. What would that point be? 0, 2, cross 0, up 2. What about this one? It's still got a radius of 2, but what's that point there? Minus 2, 0, isn't it? The length of that line is still 2. Minus just tells you it's in the other direction. Okay, and here, what would this one be? Again, it's a radius, so what would that be? 0, minus 2, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll just do a second one of those just to be sure. So sketch. So if I said x squared plus y squared equals 16, what's the center of that circle? 0, 0. What's the radius of that circle? 4. Sketch. So that means circle, center here is 0, 0. What would this point be? From here to here would measure 4, wouldn't it? Because it's a radius, so that would be what? 4, 0. What would this point be? 0, 4. What would this point be? Minus 4, 0. And what would this point be? 0, minus 4. I think that's just section 1 of that thing, right? Okay, so so find the length and radius of, or find the center and radius of 3x squared plus equals 75. Okay, right. Okay, we can only do the center and radius if it's x squared on its own plus y squared on its own equal to whatever number. The number doesn't matter. Okay, but it has to be x squared on its own and y squared on its own. So how will I sort that? Divide everything by 3. If you divide each term by 3, right, it'll be x squared plus y squared. The 3's cancel here, and 75 divided by 3 is 25. And now you can say the center of that circle is 0, 0. And you can say the radius of that circle is 5. Okay, I'll just do a second one of those just to be sure. So if I have something like 9x squared plus y squared, plus 9y squared equals 16. So it has to be x squared plus y squared on their own. So what I do? Divide everything by 9. So divide by 9, divide by 9, divide by 9. And you'll never get one where the x squared term and the y squared term are different. They'll always have the same number in front, right? Because if they have a different circle, and you don't need to study them. Okay, so they cancel, you get x squared. Here, this cancels, you get y squared. Over here, you just get 16 over 9. Okay, so what's the center of that circle? 0, 0. And what's the radius? The radius will be the square root of 16 over 9, agreed? But you can actually do that if you do it on the calculator and press equals. But you can do it. You just get the square root at the top and the square root at the bottom. The square root at the top is, square root of 16 is 4. Square root at the bottom is 3. Done. Right, is that okay? Are we good with those?
Yeah.
Right, that's the first section done. So I'm going to give you lots of questions on those, and then we'll move on to the second section because we're flying it. So 357 to 358, between now and the end of class, you've about 20 minutes. Okay, we will actually, I'll give you about 15 minutes to do them, and we'll do 1 to 6. Sorry, that's very bad. 1 to 6. Do you need a photo? Yeah, I just stopped the recording.